Okay, now moving on to the glass. Okay, so for this one, again, because we're just fracturing such a small area, we can actually use the Aberdeen material fracture, right? So I'm going to come to here. So we're still going to be deleting a special area. But all, you know, this kind of custom fracture thing we're not going to do. We'll get a better fracture actually from the, well, easier fracture, I'll say, not better, from the Aberdeen material fracture. So this will go in there, and then, okay, and then we'll delete that, delete non-selected, what we want, so we can isolate those. Again, we'll do the delete selected there, and this will be merged in again for the render at the end, right? So out glass non-sim. Okay, good. Okay, and then we got them. So now we can unpack this because these are packed. And we want the name we've already got. Well, let me just double check. Yeah, we're visualizing the name there. So that's fine. Good, good, good. And then we can use the Aberdeen material fracture when we can find it. There. Okay, so what I'll do is delete one of the windows. So come here, grab my selection tool, press 9. Not material path, I want to select by name. So just grab this one. Try that again. Grab that, press delete. There we go. Delete non-selected. Plug that in, so that will do a concrete fracture by default. Oh, it won't do anything. Is this oh, it should work. Let's try changing it to glass. There we go. So it is working. And we will be fracturing per piece later on, so we'll just turn that on now. So I want to have 2 points. So we get, you know, some more pieces. Cracks. Let's push out this width a bit. So I'm looking at, I don't know why I'm not seeing the new name attribute. We should see, they should generate a new name attribute. Fractured pieces. Never mind. Yeah, I want to push this out a bit. There we go. So we get more kind of pointy, spiky pieces there. Chipping, again, I'm not going to turn that on. Detail is, you know, this kind of wavy pattern. So I might want to bring that down a bit. And then constraints, just turn them off. Well, in fact, I'm not going to cache them out anyway. Okay, so turn that off and I will run through everything. It's kind of taken a long time, this fracture. You know, when things are taking a long time, it's a good idea to watch the, at the bottom here, it kind of tells you what's being executed at the moment. And you can see it running through the, you know, the for each loops, which would be, you know, cutting each piece. But I feel like it's this guide which is making it run slow, so I'm just going to cancel that. I'm also going to just drop a null underneath, so we're not doing any weird visualization stuff here. Okay, I'll just escape on that, visualize just this null, bypass it, and then run it again, and now fingers crossed you see that pass going through. So when that gets to 480, that should be it. But I found it was going through and then just stopped. Get rid of that. Okay, there we go, finally got it. So it was kind of 5 or 10 minutes, something like that by the end. So definitely make sure I cache this and drop a file cache, change this to save current frame. Let's just find get the name set up first. So this will be glass. Okay, and then just pray to God I don't have to, it doesn't run through it again. I think that's done. Yeah, brilliant. And then exploded view, just to make sure there's no weird, you know, problems with the booleans and stuff like that. Oops. There we go. So yeah, looks great. Looks perfect. Fantastic. So that's, I think, all of the fractures done now. Now we can start to bring everything together and work on our constraints and such.